the link between the Shadowlands and reality, the Emerald Dream and reality. Now, according to Steve music, right, every single one of these cosmological forces that we have here, every single one of them, right, every creature that belongs to them is meant to go there when they're dead. As soon as they die, they're meant to go to their respective realms. But that's not quite what we see. That's not quite what we see. We see a system that has blocked itself off from all of these other systems. And, funnily enough, we have the Naru and the Void launching attacks on the system. We have Light launching attacks on the system. We have Order, who seems to be the only one who not necessarily launches attacks on the system, but does appear to enjoy interfering with it. And then we have the Burning Legion that also seems to launch attacks consistently on the system. So at some point, I believe that all of the Titans that we see right now, all of the Titans, all of the eternal ones that we see right now, I believe they all come from excessive realms, including Elu. They all come from Order, but they don't come from Order. And this discussion we've had before. They think they come from Order. They actually come from Light. Because at the end of the day, there's only two powers in the entire universe. Light and Void. These are the only two powers that exist in the universe. Light and Void. And if I can say that, right in the beginning of time, moving into the ocean of light, the ocean of light floated outward into the great beyond. Wherever the traffic between the light and the void was greatest, the sound was formed. It never tells us about the existence of death. It never really tells us about the existence of life. Life was created in here, in this little closed loop system. And I believe that at some point, Taylor and perhaps Elune as well made a deal. A deal with the void. Either to bring balance or maybe to destroy. This is why I think Elune is the broken goddess. This is why I believe Elune, she has no control over herself because she is constantly fighting to keep control of her life. If Steve Denuser was correct in how all of this is meant to be built, the Emerald Dream would just be light, and the Shadowlands would just be big. So you would have reality in the middle here, a line going from reality into death, coming out of death, and a line going from reality into life and coming out of life. That's literally how it would have looked. Why is the Emerald Dream and the Shadowlands connected to reality but not connected to anything else? Let's evolve something that looks like. Also look at Azeroth. There are 4 runes around there, going with your theory that runes are used for imprisoning. That would also mean this world's a prison, as Savannah says. I mean, 100%. I never even noticed these fucking runes. Hold up. Is these runes actually on the normal cosmological map? Hold the phone, ladies. Hold the fucking phone. It is? Yeah, the runes are actually there. Fuck, I never even saw these. It is a closed loop system, motherfuckers. Holy shit. If we are correct, and these runes is representative of prisons, because this is every single time we see these runes, something is being locked up inside of it. Every single time we see these runes, something is being locked up inside of it. Look at the runes all around this system. This world is a prison. She's correct. You go into the Shadowlands, you are reborn. Go into life, you are reborn. This system is meant to keep all of the other systems at bay, to allow for infinite power. That's what these systems are meant to be. That's why she has to break the Shadowlands. You're very correct. If she breaks the Shadowlands, she breaks the cycle. Now, years ago at this point, 2 years ago maybe, actually longer than 2 years ago, in Legion, when I first started doing speculation, right? Literally just after I transitioned from Warlock content to who pointed this out again, because I do absolutely I agree with Killjoy Prime, sir. You deserve all the love in the fucking world for that. If they're Bridges, Lockdock, both of you, thank you so much for pointing this out, because it is quite massive. But looking at this, you are right, there seems to be more runes around the arcane site, but it does appear to be order that keeps creating these prisons, right? Because the Titans themselves also have these runes on them, Targaryen specifically. But I had this speculation theory years ago at this point about Targaryen. And I made the following point. I just asked the question in one of my videos, and at the time people said, bro, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, this is wrong, right? I asked, what if what Targaryen wanted to do was to destroy the cycle? You see, the way I looked at it then was, the Titans described this ocean of light that exploded outwards into the great beyond. But what if what they were describing is the natural ebb and flow of the universe? In other words, the light and the void is in a constant battle. Zalatas tells us this when she speaks to you about the Draenei. Do the Draenei know about those who came before them? That the battle between the light and the void has waged for eternity, right? The light gets pushed back by the void into an ocean, literally being encircled by the void into a singular point, and then gets then the light fights back and it explodes outwards, right? So the void fights and fights and fights, and because the void is all powerful, because they see everything, they constantly destroy everything and then pushes the light into this ocean. The light then explodes outward, right? Literally getting all its forces together and then explodes outward, and it creates a new universe. And then the void pushes back in again and eventually pushes the light into a little circle again and then explodes back outward. So I sort of got this idea that what if this is a circle? So continuously, it's like our universe. Take our universe for example. At some point, our sun will run out and it will create a black hole that will swallow our universe.
Harvest essence.
If a black hole gets big enough and it swallows enough, it will hopefully eventually at some point create a new universe, right? So it will just continuously, the universe will continuously expand and eventually collapse in on itself and then expand again and collapse in on itself, and then a big bang will follow again. The big bang is effectively what is explained at the beginning of the Chronicles, right? They effectively describe a big bang. An ocean of light in the middle that explodes outwards, that's a big bang, right? Imagine you have a Titan that sort of understands that this is happening, and that consistently the void wins, and then the light does it again. But you want to stop this cycle from happening. Wouldn't it then make sense to destroy all light? Because if all light is destroyed, the void would have nothing to feed on to get strong enough to defeat the light. Right? So that was sort of the crux of my theory back then. Of course, we learned a hell of a lot more since then. I'm not saying I still believe in that theory, I'm just saying it's an interesting thing to think about. It's an interesting thing to keep in mind. Now, to bring this all back to Elune, like I said, I believed for a long time that Elune is in fact Balor. But what if she isn't? I'm not saying she isn't, I'm saying what if she isn't? What if Elune is in fact broken? Constantly going back and forth, light, void, destruction, creation, life, death. She is in a constant state of flux, and the moon that is meant to show that is actually to show the consistent fractured nature of the Now, Dad, here, what do you guys think? Where do you fall on? Here. So all of this is a little bit weird to me. The Winter Queen claims that she made the place, but yet it appears as if she actually took over from something else. There may have been something there before her. The next thing that sort of started to stand out to me is again, all of this is just things that that's standing out to me, that sticks out, and that sort of bothers me, right? The drugs. What do we actually know about the drugs? You think about it. We know they were cursed. We know that they were druids once. And that for some reason they were cursed. Their magic now is dead druidism, right? They were then banished to Throth. Now, their curse is actually to live in between life and death. They are neither alive nor are they dead, and they cannot pass over to either side. They're sort of stuck in this limbo forever. But why? Right? Why is the drug? Why was the drug punished? What did the drug do wrong? Is there perhaps a link between the drug and Zuval? Could it be that the drug actually worked with Zuval, and this is the reason that they were banished? When he was banished, they were cursed too, for their involvement in his plotting and his schemes. Now remember, we still don't know really what Zuval did. We just know that it was horrific, something absolutely terrible, right? What it is, we don't know. Now, why do the Drusts now attack Autowheel? They're not attacking anywhere else, by the way. The only place that they're attacking is Autowheel. Why? The Fae that wear the mask called the Master. On the mask, it's Naya. She confronts one of the masked hunters on the bridge. I don't know if you guys remember exactly what I'm talking about. When you're running out of, is it Knock? No, it's not Knock. The first big tree that you run into Autumnwheel, what's that? What's that first big zone called? Come on, Cat. Someone in fucking Cat needs to remember. After that, you go to Hibernal Hollows. Once the Turn of All. Thank you so much. Yes, Turn of All, right? When you're running, as you would run to Turn of All the very first time, at some point you run back up with Naya, right? To go house. So as you're running up, you get to the bridge, and on this bridge, you find Naya confronting one of her brothers, so to speak, right? And that brother tells her that Don the Mask serves the Master. Now, it could be that he's just referring to them as masters because he is now wearing a mask and he has been, shall we say, brainwashed. But let's put two and two together, and I guess this is why we can call this a theory, because why not? Let's put two and two together. Kat, if you were to put two and two together, what would you say is going on here? If you take the information about the Winter Queen not actually making Autowheel, right? So the Winter Queen isn't actually the one who made Autowheel. You take the fact that the Drust attacked Autowheel as soon as Autowheel, the defenses were lowered, I guess you could say, and they were cursed. What would you think transpired there? I don't want reasonable in the movie. I want what instinctively stands out to you. What do you instinctively think happens there? He was coordinated. Didn't need to be in land. Yeah, come on, when they work, so I'm catching you live, keep them coming, man. Robert, thanks much. Really appreciate that, bro. Someone up there said the Wing Queen took over and banished him. That would be my theory as well. My theory would be that the Draft and their master perhaps controlled Onweald at the start. It was their realm to begin with. And they worked with Zaval. After the banishment of Zaval, they were replaced by the Winter Queen. In other words, taking over, so to speak, and ensuring that the cycle will always continue, which is what everyone now believes. The cycle always continues, and we've done videos on this before. I've made it clear to you guys that there's a lot of things that I don't like about the system of the Shadowlands. The fact that almost nothing ever dies. The fact that everything continuously lives and has a rebirth at some point. The system, it's not the day that you would think you deserve, right? You're just part of another machine that goes on living, that goes on grinding away, soul after soul after soul. So, in this instance, that does sort of bother me, and that is definitely something that I think we could be looking at in the future, and keep that in the back, keep that in the safe, guys. In our lore safe, put that in the safe and sort of just wait, right? Because we don't have any information on this right now, but maybe we will get information like later down the road. Alright, so all of these things put together, in my opinion, like wow. Let's move on. Now, in Malpractice we don't get that much. In Bastion, they're sort of struggling with their own Forsworn, and we've discussed that to infinity and beyond. No point in rehashing that. Next up we come to Ravenheim. And again, this is where things got really interesting. As you're helping the Nazareth at the beginning, right? You're helping the Nazareth, you think you're doing the right thing, you're trying to stomp out the rebellion. There's one point right towards the end where you just captured the accuser, you take the accuser to the Nazareth, and the Nazareth is now dishing out these punishments, and the accuser laughs at him. She tells him that even that he has gone against the will of Ravenheim, and he says, I am Ravenheim. Her response to him doesn't seem as if she believes that. I think she truly believes that. She tells him that he was once the Lord of Grace. She tells him, you were once the Lord of Grace. Even your punishment shows your complacency. Then of course you go through the entire quest campaign and you eventually get to the point where the Nazareth is speaking about Zaval. He refers to him by his one name, and that entire
I cannot attack
Tashi. Our friend is getting impatient. Not my brother, not our brother. Our friend is getting impatient. That sort of immediately made me worry a little bit. Well, not worry. Worry is the wrong word. It made me question why. If this really was their brother, why my friend? I mean, things could actually fall weirder. Far weirder. Let's just quickly go to cinematics, because why wouldn't we fucking go to cinematics, right? We'll watch the whole cinematic. She just suggests fucking cinematic, right? But it's just the talking bit that I think is really important. just before this, by the way, Ramonia and Denatrius was having an actual conversation with one another. So anyone that sort of argues that, you know, Ramonia is an actual person. Ramonia and Denatrius, moments before the cinematic, they're actually having a conversation, and Ramonia still says, perhaps I'll serve his head on a plate. Something to that effect. She tells him she laughs sort of with Denatrius, and she tells him that she will serve Renathal's head on a plate for him. So, Ramonia 100% has to be a soul from somewhere. She was once alive. She is 100% sentient.
This was your valiant last stand. For so very long, you punished arrogant souls. But instead of learning from their suffering, you become irritated.
This bothers me. Instead of learning from them, you have become one of them. It bothers me because Ranathal thinks Denatrius is the arrogant one, right? But Denatrius considers Ranathal the arrogant one. So, who is arrogant? Why does he believe Ranathal to be arrogant?
I am not having enough leather to use that.
I mean, you just needed to obey. But remember, he is obeying someone else. He's not obeying himself. He's not the one calling this off here. Denatrius is obeying Zaval. He's doing what Zaval asked him.
How fortunate you are to witness the splendor of what is about to unfold. Every precious drop of animal, so painstakingly run from the course of souls of lesser beings.
There's another part of this that really bothered me, and you'll see in the other cinematics that I have lined up with this discussion, in this cinematic, right, you'll see where this is said, but it appears as if Revendreth was the supplier of anima to the whole of the Shadowlands. So all of these other fucking, like, all of these other souls, all of these other rounds, their job was never really to get anima from their targets. The people who would think they get their anima was used for something different. Revendreth was the supplier of anima to the whole, because they all say it. And this is where we're probably going to get into a little bit of speculation, sort of fortifying the idea that Denatrius is the one who brought down the Arbiter. Because, according to them, Denatrius is the one responsible for the drought. He started all of it, but we'll get into that in a bit.
Now pays the power. The banished one who reclaimed what was his.
He again refers to him, this is what I'm talking about.